Omission bias, applying the concept in counseling. 1. Understanding omission bias. Omission bias refers to the tendency to judge harmful actions as worse than harmful inactions, even if the consequences are identical. This bias often leads people to avoid taking action out of fear of causing harm, while ignoring the harm caused by inaction. For example, a person might avoid vaccinating their child to prevent a rare side effect, even though the risk of inaction, contracting a preventable disease, is far greater. In counseling, omission bias can lead to indecision, avoidance, or guilt, as clients struggle to take responsibility for outcomes linked to their actions. How omission bias is useful in counseling: promotes responsibility, helps clients understand that inaction is also a choice with consequences, empowering them to take ownership of their decisions. Encourages balanced decision-making, guides clients to evaluate the potential harm or benefit of both action and inaction, supports growth, assists clients in overcoming avoidance behaviors and embracing accountability for their role in various situations. Practical application in counseling. A. Identifying omission bias. Activity? What did you choose not to do? Ask clients to reflect on situations where they avoided taking action and the outcomes of their inaction. What were you trying to avoid by not acting? What impact did your inaction have? Example: a client who avoided addressing a conflict with a partner might explore how inaction contributed to a worsening relationship. Counselor's role: help clients recognize when their avoidance stems from omission bias and how it impacts their lives. Reframing the role of inaction. Exercise: inaction is a choice too. Encourage clients to evaluate the consequences of inaction as carefully as those of action. What are the risks of not doing anything? How does avoiding action affect you and others? Example: a client avoiding a difficult conversation with their boss might realize that the ongoing stress of avoidance outweighs the discomfort of addressing the issue. C. Teaching balanced decision-making. Guide clients to weigh the pros and cons of both action and inaction. What's the worst-case scenario for each option? What would you advise someone else to do in this situation? Example: a client hesitant to intervene in a friend's destructive behavior might explore how their inaction perpetuates harm and consider how taking action aligns with their values. 4. Detailed tips for application. Normalize fear of action. Explain that omission bias is a natural tendency but can lead to unintended harm when inaction is not carefully considered. Encourage accountability. Teach clients that owning the consequences of both action and inaction is key to personal growth and effective decision-making. Focus on values-based choices. Help clients align their actions or inactions with their values and long-term goals. 5. Examples. Relationship counseling. A client avoiding discussions about recurring issues in their relationship might explore how inaction contributes to ongoing dissatisfaction and how taking action could foster connection. Career counseling. A client hesitating to apply for a promotion out of fear of rejection might examine how inaction could lead to regret and stagnation. Anxiety counseling. A client avoiding medical treatment out of fear of side effects might explore how the potential risks of inaction outweigh those of intervention. 6. Integrating omission bias techniques into a course of treatment. Initial sessions. Explore instances where omission bias influenced clients' decisions and discuss the consequences of inaction. Midway through counseling, use reflective journaling or decision-making frameworks to help clients weigh the impacts of action versus inaction. Ongoing work. Reinforce the importance of responsibility and accountability, encouraging clients to make intentional choices aligned with their goals and values. Outcome measurement. Assess whether clients demonstrate reduced avoidance, improved decision-making, and greater confidence in taking action when appropriate. Conclusion: omission bias can lead clients to avoid taking action, underestimating the harm of inaction, while overemphasizing the risks of acting. In counseling, addressing this bias helps clients understand that inaction is also a choice, encouraging balanced decision-making and accountability. By fostering self-awareness, courage, and values-driven behavior, counselors empower clients to overcome avoidance and embrace growth through intentional choices.